I'm going to, if this thing fails, I'm going to still stand up. That there is always room for mistake. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, for wherever you're watching from and whatever time you're watching this YouTube video from. So today we'll be talking about my greatest fear. I was having a conversation with my friend the other day, and she asked me, Ella, what is my greatest fear? And I was like, that is a big question. And you know, for some people, we don't even know what our greatest fear is. So I decided I was going to come on YouTube and share what my greatest fear is and how it has been so far with me. So my greatest fear, I actually have 3 things that I fear in this life. 1 is losing someone I love or my loved ones. 2 is dying full. And then the 3rd one is failure. It has happened to me. Like, some of these things have happened to me. I've failed before. I've lost somebody I love before, and the person died. Not like breakup stuff, but it was worse than a breakup. The person died, and it's somebody I love so much, and I failed before, and then I'm scared of dying. It's part of us. Fear is part of us, but you shouldn't allow fear to take control of your life, because when you allow fear to take control of your life, you find out that you're not going to do so many things. Like, you're not going to reach the heights that you want to reach if you allow fear to take over your life. Fear, like, there is no how you can just scrap fear away from your body. It's not possible. Like, it's not possible for you to completely not be afraid of something, but then do not allow it to take control of your life, of you. Do not allow it to take control of you. Be very scared that whenever I lose somebody I love, that I don't know how to react. And even when I got the news that the person I love died, you know, like, I didn't know how to react, because it has always been my fear. So I didn't know how to react to it at that point. So, and I just make peace. You know, I started making peace with the fact that death is inevitable. You get, like, death is inevitable. There is nothing I can do about death. There is nothing I can. It is normal for you to be afraid that somebody is going to die and leave you. But if you continue having that fear in you, it's really going to tame you. It's really going to make you to not do so many things. So what I would advise you do, or things I'm already doing that I would suggest you do more of, it's more of a suggestion. That is, if you want to do it as well, because me, I'm already practicing it. So because I know that my own fear is losing somebody that I love. So what I do is that I try to make peace with the fact that death is inevitable. Yeah, like, I try to make peace with the fact that death is inevitable, and there is nothing I can do about death. Like, I cannot say, okay, this person should not die, this person should live, even if the person, like, even if it's time for the person to die. But I will, like, I've made peace with the fact that death is inevitable. So anybody, like, people I love will literally die one day. You understand? So I just need to make peace with that fact that death is inevitable, and it has been helping my life. Like, since I tried my possible best to have that in my mind, like, to make peace with the fact that death is inevitable, I've been having peace of mind. So even when I hear of death, even when I think of death, of my son or somebody I love dying, even though it's really bad and then it's painful, but then I don't allow it to take control of my life. I don't allow it to take absolute control of my life. So that is how I've been helping the part of me being afraid of somebody I love dying. And then the aspect of failure, like, failure is part of life. If you don't know it, you know it now. Like, failure is a way to success. Like, if you don't fail, there is no way you are going to be successful. You can ask whoever you think is successful in this life. Like, people that are successful will tell you that failure is a way to success, and failure is a way of life. So if you're thinking that you are always going to be successful in what you do, then, my dear, you have to wake up, because that is a dream. You have to wake up to reality. So the reality is that failure is a part of life, and there is no way you're going to succeed or be successful if you don't fail. At some point in your life, you're going to fail. You just have to accept the fact that you are going to fail. that you are going to make mistakes, and then you are going, what you're going to do is that when you fail, do not just stick to the failure, or do not say that you're not going to wake up from it. Like when you fail, you should try your possible best and stand up again and keep on working till you are successful in that thing that you're doing. And then you should try your possible best to first of all start discovering that thing that you want. Like for me, why I fear dying full is because I believe that I am in this world for a purpose, for a reason, for a mission, that God brought me to this earth to fulfill something for him. So which is what I started learning is that since I am scared of dying full, whenever I even have that thought that I'm going to die and I've not done anything, like there was a day I was coming back from work, and then I was saying to myself, in my mind, I was just asking myself, I said, Ella, what if God calls you now? How are you going to do it? Like, what is going to happen? Like, would you be happy dying? What would be your worst regret? Like, what would you wish for? Like, I was just asking myself so many things were just coming to my head. I don't know if you've done it before. If that has happened to you, please leave it in the comment section. I would really love to hear it. So when I asked myself, Ella, if you die now, what are you going to regret? So what came to my mind was that I am going to regret dying full, which is not fulfilling the purpose, like the mission, the reason why God brought me to this world. I'm going to really regret it. So what I said to myself is that I started looking for what I was called for. Like I started trying my best to discover the reason, the purpose, the mission why God called me to this earth. My best to know why he called me to this world. Like, what did he call me to this world to do? What is the mission? What is the purpose? What is the reason why he called me? And I tried my best to write down everything that I could remember, or everything I could figure out that this was the reason why God called me. And then I started working towards achieving that thing he called me to do. And then another thing was that I took action. I just stopped talking that. I just stopped saying that I'm afraid I cannot do it. No, I tried my best to stop being afraid, and also to just start working towards it, start taking action. That was what I started doing. So my fear is also the same thing you fear as well. I would advise you kind of listen or try and follow these few suggestions, or the way I also try doing my own, if these are also your fears. But I would really love to hear what your own fear is. Like, what is your greatest fear? Please write it in the comment section. I'll be really happy to read them as well. So guys, do not allow failure to take absolute control of your life, because if failure does, you are never going to succeed in this life. You will always be at the lowest point of life. You will not move forward. So for you not to experience being in the down part of life, you should try your possible best, first to discover what your greatest fear is, and second to try to conquer those fears. So if you ask me now, Ella, what is your greatest fear? I will tell you nothing. Like, I am basically afraid of nothing, because I have discovered my fear. I know what my fear is, and I'm already working towards conquering my fear. So for now, no, not for now. So now I don't have anything that I'm afraid of. Like, I don't have a greatest fear. You get, like, I've come to terms with the fact that death is inevitable, and I cannot stop my loved one from dying. It's going to be painful, yes, I've accepted that fact. So, but I'm not going to just dwell in it. And then another thing is that failure is a way to success. I've come to terms with that. So anything I'm doing, anything I want to do, I try my possible best to like have it at the back of my mind that I'm going to, if this thing fails, I'm going to still stand up. That there is always room for mistake. There's always room for mistake. That is what I try my best. I tell myself, and then I have started working towards fulfilling the purpose, and then the mission and the reason why God called me to do what he called me to do on this planet Earth. So much guys for watching till this end. I really appreciate. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and comment, and also share so that people will also see this video. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Until next time, take care of yourself. Mwah.